he's playing against the Lord. It's like,
does he not know?
You understand, guys?
Okay, so today, guys, we are back with another episode of Punt or No Punt. And by popular demand, the demand being me, we have the one and only, the Lord himself, Raph Darko. How you doing, Raph?
Hello, hello. I'm very, very good. How are you, Mr. Easty?
I'm excellent. I cannot wait to do this Punt or No Punt. This is one that I have had in my mind for so long. And I know we agreed a few months ago, and then we've had a few postponements, but it's finally time. We are here with 5 of Raffy D's Punt or No Punts. Raph, do you want to introduce yourself to anyone that may not have had the pleasure of seeing your stream or anything you've done before?
Yeah, so I started streaming at in November or December last year. Streamed on Twitch, and then I started also make YouTube content at the same time. And I play mostly from 50 to 200 NL. My main stake, I would say, is 100 NL. So it's mostly like shots at 200 NL, but I feel most comfortable at 100 NL, I would say.
Awesome. From my personal perspective, guys, completely unbiased, Raph is probably one of, if not the most entertaining Twitch streamer I've ever seen. That's not just for poker. Any of Raph's links to his YouTube channel and his Twitch stream will be down below. I thoroughly recommend you check out the Losing $3,000 YouTube videos. They are elite gold YouTube material. Sorry, Raph. Look, I know that losing sells. I've been there. So definitely go and check that out, guys. And you're going to get a little insight into Raph's mind today, and you're going to love it. We might play a few clips of Raph's stream just now, just to give you a little idea of what you might expect over there.
I'm gonna bluff this. Just fold fives, please. I'm never bluffing here. Come on. Oh! I'm never bluffing here. He calls down multi-way with 9s. No, look, all in from the maniac. Here we go. King 3 offsuit. Can we hold? Oh. Ace, space. Ace from space. I condemn you. I command you to put the offsuit. Red. Yeah, give it to him.
But for now, Raph, it's punt or no punt. Are you excited?
I'm very, very excited.
Let me explain to you the rules.
Finally, we can do it.
Finally. Let me explain to you the rules very quickly, although obviously you'll have known them already. For anyone that doesn't know, and you're just here for Raph Darko, I understand. 5 hands. Raph, today is the contestant. He brings on 5 hands. I decide whether they are a punt or not a punt, and by the end, we will have a winner. Either Raph is a punt lord, I know that that's what we're all hoping for, or he comes out victorious, which has happened before, but it is rare. Obviously, disclaimer, guys, I've never seen these hands before. I may have caught one on stream. Obviously, I do watch a lot of Raph Darko. I may have caught one on stream every now and again. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. But Raph, are you happy within the spirit of the game? I haven't seen these hands before.
Yeah, of course.
Wonderful. Right, I think that's everything covered, Raph. So without further ado, are you ready to play punt or no punt?
I'm very ready. Let's go.
Let's do this. Okay, so our first hand is Ace King. We're at 100 NL on PokerStars for this one. And Mr. Raph, I assume, is going to kick things off with 3-betting the small blind, which he does, which I like. We won't spend any time on that. We do see the cold 4-bet, and we are 300 big blinds deep, Raffy. It comes back to us. Are you playing 5 bets in this situation? What are you thinking when you see this?
I'm thinking... I don't want to be here in this situation.
And before
I remember this actually, but I streamed this hand, so I remember it, what I was thinking. But I'm just going to call here. I don't think I'm going to 5-bet a lot. This deep 300 and out of position, it's just going to be so easy for him and play in position. I think he can just peel everything like 8-7 suited, whatever he does. If he ace 5s, like he can just play it like a lord in position, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
This deep.
I think this deep is like pretty sensible not to have 5 bets if you don't want to play them. Recently, I did my first ever 5-bet this deep. Like, I think it was 250, and I got 6-bet click immediately. I'm never doing it again.
Insta punish.
Yeah. Oh, ace high board. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to check, and they're going to bet. They've sized up a little bit here. I think this board, it makes sense to just go ahead and bet small. How are you reacting to this bet?
Yeah, so I instantly said, so yeah, he bets a bit larger. Of course, we can't go anywhere now with ace king, and but I already have a bit of red flags when he starts to build the pot, because it already feels like he wants to go certain ways about this this pot. But it's very hard. Like, it's a 4-bet pot. How he has some aces, ace king, and ace queen, and then kings, which I block, and then I don't know.
Yeah. When he uses
it's pretty safe, I would say.
Yeah. When he uses the size, he's kind of like not really saying he has kings anymore, kind of thing.
Exactly. I would say. Exactly. Because.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, because if he just bets smaller, which he probably should with just range,
I agree.
Then he can still have everything. Now this sizing makes it very strange. It's like he wants me to fold or wants me to call, because he has a really, really strong hand already, and wants to just size up to get all the money in. But I'm already getting some kind of intuition here that it's a bit off. But I can't do anything. Then I'm not gonna raise. I'm not gonna fold.
Sure.
So
I mean, we pretty much have the nuts. There's only the one thing we're worried about. So
exactly.
We call 7 on the turn.
Yeah.
Check. And they're going to bet a similar sizing as to what they did before. Now, this is interesting. Like, I feel like they kind of, on the flop, were like, really happy. And now they're sort of like, what? They're not sizing for, they kind of are sizing for stacks, I guess. What do you make of this? Do you read anything into this? Or do you think this is just like, whatever, we're playing for it on the river, basically, is what you're saying?
I don't understand exactly what's happening, because as you said, he's going, what is this, like 40 something percent?
Yeah.
And he does he continue with except aces? Does he continue? And then he has ace king, which is the same hand. I'm already saying here, I think we're splitting. Because it feels like he's playing ace king, in my opinion. And then we have to think about what bluffs there. I don't know what you think. Does he have bluffs here?
It's kind of hard. You have to be like, just take it, because your 4-bet bluffs are kind of like, I mean, I guess something like king queen, king jack, but they don't really love barreling here. So I'm not really sure exactly what their bluff would look like. I'm not sure. I think either we're in a heap of trouble against the last 2 aces, or we are chopping. That would be my assessment as well. So I would never raise.
That's exactly what I thought. No, never raising.
We just call 5 on the river. Check seems good, and they go all in.
And 200 big blinds all in.
Yeah. So this is a 200. Yes, this is 200 big blind river shove. Yeah.
100 on Zoom. We were tanking here.
No, I mean.
Because the only bluff, or like the only line I was thinking that could take, like, I'm thinking like, oh, we're gonna lose against ace 5 now, like ace 5 suited, which there are not even a lot of combos. What are they? Where it's even double blocked by my ace of clubs and the 5 of diamonds. So it's like, what, ace of the other one? You see it better than me, but you know what I mean. And then what 4, 5, 6. So he has a. I mean, it doesn't matter now. It's a 4-bet pot, but it's still 200 big blind on the river.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care about the 6, I guess, or he just shoves it, or does he have a 6? I don't know.
Probably not that many 6s in cold 4-bet range, but like, definitely ace 5 I'm concerned about. But then again, would they half pot-ish the turn with ace 5? I feel like that's a pretty reasonable candidate to check back. I don't really see the point in betting that hand. I'm not...
You're bluffing. I mean, you're bluffing on the turn.
Yeah. I'm not folding this hand, I don't think.
No.
I mean, do we know anything about this guy? That's kind of important. Do we know anything?
I actually don't know anything.
Okay.
I think maybe I had him like, but I could be wrong. Maybe he was a bit aggro marked.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about that. It was so long ago.
Okay.
And I just looked at this quickly a few days ago.
Yeah.
So let's just assume 0 reads. I'm just thinking aces, chop, ace, king, maybe a bit over, very thin.
Ace 4.
Going very thin. Ace 5, ace 4. Yeah, something like that.
I'm worried about ace 4 for sure, because we don't block an ace 4 suited. So there's 2 of those.
Exactly.
But I don't... really. Oh god, it's 200 fucking big blinds though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's like
Yeah.
it's feel like he has aces basically.
Yeah.
I don't care. There's one combo left, but it's like he just wants it all. He just wants it all.
I mean, I'm really struggling to find a bluff here, but do they jam ace king on the? I don't think so, right? Do we value chop here?
Exactly what I like. Does he jam even ace king now?
I don't know. They do.
Do I just? I mean, what do you do with ace queen here?
In their shoes or our shoes? I fold ace queen.
No,
I fold ace.
Exactly on river.
Yeah,
so
we do have
ace king.
We do have some better hands than this, you know.
Exactly. Also, that's like we're 300 deep. We're 3-betting the small blind. Get a bit.
We have sets.
27 big blind. Exactly.
Maybe you would just call with the ace that blocks the ace 4. I feel like ace 4 is the most likely thing that we see here. 200 big blinds though. Like they need to be bluffing something absolutely insane here. This is such a tough spot. Like originally I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna call. But then like this is. Because it looks to me like, in a way, it looks like a 200 like 200 NL spot, but it's 100 NL, so this is hugely different to that.
Yeah, but it's 600 big blinds.
Yeah,
spot with ace 1 pair.
Okay. Let's. I imagine you're gonna call. Okay, so let's. Okay,
so I tagged until the last seconds, and then I just said, I think I had him as an aggro mark. Now I remember because now I see the last seconds of me.
Yeah.
When I said something and I said, I think he actually is gonna find some. He just wants. It didn't make sense. So I think it's aces or nothing. I don't know. Or ace 4. Sorry, ace 4.
Yeah, ace 4 is the most. I think that's the most likely situation.
Yeah. So a wheel ace. Sorry, the 2-pair ace or aces, and which I also block. So it's like.
Yeah, the only problem...
I pressed call.
Yeah. The only problem I have is that I think it's so hard to be bluffing. And I don't think we value chop.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it is a 4-bet pot with top pair, top kicker. I don't think I can give you a punt for this. I'm going to go no punt. Just because... I mean, definitely not a punt if you had like ace of diamonds, king of clubs. Definitely not a punt. Because I think you just... The problem here is you want to block value. You do that. With the ace. The ace does an okay job of that. And you do block ace 5 of clubs if he did get nutty with that on the turn. I'm going to go no punt, but honestly, I can see this being against population pretty bad. I'm not sure. Yeah. Like, obviously, we know there are just nits and stains everywhere, so...
But the more I think about it, the last component, I think I have a short about this.
Okay.
Or something like that. I'm going to find it, but I think I made... versus the opponent. He was aggro marked, I remember now.
Okay.
Like aggressive. He was capable in some way, I think. So I just paid it off.
Yeah, then probably cool. Let's see what he's got. We're going with no punt. So you're up 1-0, by the way.
Okay.
That's the only thing that matters. If we lose $600, that's, whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Oh my days. They've absolutely gone for it here. I mean, that does make sense.
Sizing on turn.
Yeah, the sizing on turn. I mean, he's just sizing for a pot-sized river jam, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Keeping your range wide, and then, like, if you had something like ace 10 suited, ace jack suited, you probably wouldn't be able to fold the turn, but then you'd almost certainly fold the river for this sizing scheme.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually quite hard for me to call down the last bet. Even, as you said, we're going to fold ace queen and stuff, so he's just sitting there laughing.
Yeah.
when we fold ace queen.
This is true. I mean, so I'm happy with this. Seeing the result, if he's ever finding anything like this, I don't think we can fold our hand given it's got decent properties. No. But I don't know. Like, I think this is probably not a hugely winning call, considering we have way better hands than this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
but it was until the last second I tanked, and then because of the opponent, so I pressed the call. Yeah. But as you said, it's probably a bit maybe losing versus population.
Yeah. Awesome. That's a great first hand to kick things off, but we've got 4 more, and I'm hearing they ramp up in questionability. So let's go and take hand number 2. Okay, hand number 2 with Raph 1-0 up, and we are playing 200 NL, and we've got the 7-8 of clubs. It's Mark Weasel 1991 Robertson's favourite hand, this one. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew it.
It's his favourite hand, which is obviously why we're going to find a low frequency 3-bet in the small blind. Yeah, so this will be infrequent, like maybe 10%, but you probably did this all the time, I imagine, because you do what you like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 15%, I think.
Yeah. 3-bet and a call. I'm just going to say you rolled for it and we're here, which is fine. Queen 4-3. We are here. Pretty reasonable board for us, I suppose. I'd probably just go ahead and bet small, but you can pretty much do whatever you want here. I think you could probably bet even like slightly bigger, but this is definitely fine. I don't have a problem with this. We see a call, or the 8 on the turn. No. Okay. I mean, this seems like a fairly reasonable hand to check. So I'd probably check. Do you have any thoughts on the other option?
I mean, you're gonna choose a path now, basically.
Yeah.
And you have to choose the right path.
Yeah. What path are we choosing here?
Yeah, I think it's just an pretty easy check. Yeah. I think now at this point, so you're gonna mostly check.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially this hand.
We check and they check back, and the river's a 5. I would probably block. Maybe like 10%, or maybe you could just bet like 25, 27% here, whatever your block size is. I don't think our hand's worth any more than that. It's definitely between block and check. What do you think?
I think check.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking we can get value from like ace 5, 6s, 7s.
Yeah, we can. We can probably. But when we're in this freaking 200 NL Zoom pool, they're probably going to punish you and just jam.
Yeah. Hey, fair enough. So we're going to go for the check then. I'm definitely completely fine with this. This can't be bad. I'm just like squeezing out value where possible. And they go for this horrendous in-position sizing. What do you think this means? Because like in my mind, in this line, a queen is very clearly worth 2/3 pot. And something like a set, like you'd have to have like pocket 5s here to have a set, I would say, because it's so difficult for that. I mean, they're not, unless they slow played queens on the turn and now they're just praying for a call on the river. That would make some sense to me. But this sizing to me just seems like your good value hands are all just worth more money than this. So like, why are you betting this size kind of thing? It's sort of like a greedy pocket 10s bet to me.
Yeah. So when I saw this, so I didn't have any real reads on this player.
Yeah.
But when I see this, he's not a reg. I mean, he's not a reg.
Yeah, sure. I agree with you. Yeah.
He is just a weaker player.
Yeah.
I literally just think he's betting his hand or something. He thinks he's pretty confident in that I don't have anything at this point. So check, and then I check again, and then he's like gonna milk me or something.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 9s or 10. Like I don't know how.
Yeah, I think that's probably most likely. I would be concerned about a couple of things. One would be a random like I've seen people bet this size with queens or like some random 7/6 or pocket 5s before, just because it's not they're sizing their hand, they're just sizing like your line, trying to get you to pay. I'm wondering if there's any benefit to call here. Do I ever think we win? I don't think we. I mean, we don't need to win very often, so that's an option.
Yeah.
The other option, of course, is to put all the rest of the money in. How do I feel about this? Like, when I see this bet, I agree that it's a weaker player. I don't love like trying to get weaker players to fold, but I'm a little bit like weak in that regard. I know you're not. You like to put the pressure on the stains and the nits.
Yeah.
So how do I feel about this jam? I'd be
about it, Nick.
Yeah, I'd be concerned. They just have like queen 10. They're just like, yep, cool. Because our hand doesn't really. I mean, do we? I guess they're saying we don't really care about block because our hand doesn't really have any relevant blockers. Because are they really going to bet $20 with 7/6? Yeah, but are they going to bet $20 with 7/6?
No, are we? But don't we have 6/7 with this line?
Yeah, sure we do. Yeah, but I'm thinking about what are they gonna what are the hands they have, and are they gonna fucking fold?
Exactly, but and now we also block 6/7, right?
Yeah, sure.
Of clubs, so he could still be doing, as you said, with some really cry like, please call me, I have the nuts. You have nothing, I know, but please call me.
Yeah,
I have 6/7 or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we just stick it in, Nick. What's the problem?
The problem is they don't like to fold. I've got to make a decision before I see the result of the hand. I think I'm going to go with punt, but it does feel harsh. My main concern is this that a weaker player, there could be a bet small to induce factor going on here. They might just be trying to get you to do Raph Darko things. Also, fish, they don't really like to fold very often. Could we have called potentially? Does our hand have incredible properties? Yeah, the 7 I like, but I'm just not convinced they'd bet $20 on the river with 6-7. Then again, if they are betting small to induce, then maybe they do.
We're blocking the 8 also.
What does the 8 do though? They check back the turn. It doesn't really do much. The 8. I feel like this was avoidable. Let's see if we can get it through. I'm going to go with punt. It's 1-1. It does seem harsh though. I wonder what people think about this one. We do get called. I imagine that's not good news. And they have the Queen 9 buggy. So basically, they were saying that it had exactly what they had. Yeah. But so then
he opens it and calls it 3. It's just a weaker player, as you say.
Yeah. But we knew this on the river, and then I don't personally love getting fish to fold a pair on.
I didn't
not
know
really
it
scary
before
boards.
this hand. I knew it on the river, and then by the showdown, that's when I fish marked him. But I didn't know him before.
Yeah.
It was the river that was a tell, and then when I saw the showdown, okay, he played his hand exactly. He shouldn't even be in this hand, in my opinion. But I put it in GTO Wizard this hand, and actually the only hands that come to this river exactly that took my line.
Yeah,
and goes for the check raise all in is 8 and 6 and 8-7 of clubs.
Fair enough. The problem is
bluffs are only 8s exactly, and then you can think but do you want to make a weak player fold the queen? I agree with you. I would never do it again after.
Yeah,
never do it again.
I'm never doing it again. Yeah, I'm never doing it again, guys. Yeah, I can see why you've done it, but I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy with my assessment. It seems harsh, but it's a punt. We're going with 1-1.
Yeah.
And should we go and take hand number 3?
We shall.
Let's go. Okay, it's 1-1 going into hand number 3, and Raffy D has got the 10-9 offsuit. I was about to say, I really hope this folds to us, Raph. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem. But no, this is fine. We go for the little 2.7. Seems okay. This is on GG, so we've got these names, all random.
Hidden, yeah.
Yeah. There's a call, and we flop a straight draw. Probably going to be playing small bets and checks. What is your strategy here?
I think I'm on this board. I'm gonna probably do big bets and small bets.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong. Oh, you're mixing? You're mixing sizes?
Yeah, probably.
What a god.
It depends. It depends a bit on the site and on who I'm playing, but
fair enough.
I think I'm just gonna go big with this hand.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be that. It definitely won't be a problem.
Or bigger, whatever.
And we get a call. Yep, this is fine. So this turn, the straight completing turn, I'd probably choose something like pot. Can we overbet? I mean, maybe. What do you think?
Oh dear. Can we?
I mean,
okay, son.
Yeah, I think I'd probably pot or overbet.
I'm gonna tell you what I think about this hand after, but I'm gonna try and so I don't even remember what he had. Actually, I don't remember this hand. Okay. I would just, I don't know. My intuition says I want to overbet. I don't know, a pot or something.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't know actually. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I went for
overbet
150%.
Yeah. I mean, that seems fine. Probably 2E, whatever. We have a 10, which is nice. We do have outs. We're gonna bluff on a club. Yeah, I think this is fine. Do we know anything about this guy?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
know anything. I don't remember anything.
I think this works really often. I don't know if because they're gonna have. Obviously, we have all the King 10, but because they have a lot of King 10 as well. Yeah, but the King 10 doesn't really 3-bet that often.
Yeah, exactly. King 10, of course. Yeah. Yes, which.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have enough advantage to overbet, but I probably would have potted, but I don't think it matters too much. They call.
No. And
I mean,
do we check raise all in? Do I block? Do I jam? All the options are there, Nick.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't block, given that we have a club. I'd save blocking for our maybe 10-9 off without a club. Would I jam? I think the 10 of clubs is just a really good card. we're blocking a lot of calls with 10 of clubs. I think if it was the 9 of clubs, I would be less inclined, but I don't think it matters too much. Do we ever have like what king of clubs hands do we actually have here? Can we have the king of clubs that wants to bluff? Probably not much.
That wants to bluff king. Like king 9.
Yeah, maybe something like king 9, but then that's kind of like an optimistic turnover.
Yeah, exactly. Then I have to like.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna come this far with king 9.
Yeah. I think I like.
Hard.
I think I like all in. But if you check jammed, that would be very spicy. I know you like a check jam, so we do go for all in. Yeah, I like this. I think.
I mean, think about his shoes. He called flop. He called turn. Think about you being in his shoes or me being in his shoes. What do I actually call this bet with? What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I fold ace jack? What do I call?
Yeah.
Do I what? I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
What do you do?
I mean, yeah, they're gonna have a hard time. They're gonna have a hard time calling, I think. Obviously, all of their 10x of clubs, because it has a gut shot and a flusher on the turn, can't fold to the overbet. So 10 of clubs seems super relevant.
Exactly.
And I just don't see how they can. Yeah, I just don't see how this can be bad. Yeah, no punt for me. I'm going to go with no punt. Okay. But we need to get it through as well. Unfortunately, we do not.
Jesus Christ.
I guess when we get called, they're going to have some janky flush or some like ace queeny hand. I don't know. I can't really have ace queen, ace 7. I don't know. Flushes mainly, I suppose.
Yeah, just 2 pair.
Just the whole board.
Just not flush draw. Yeah. Two pair and not flush on river.
Yeah, I mean we ran into it here, but I don't think this can possibly be like a punt in punt or no punt context. I think this just seems fine. Maybe the turn over bet is a little bit. I'm not sure.
Exactly. It's the other way. I watched it in the GTO. So my line it's not really like my line. It's more it's overbet on flop, but I don't play overbets. But whatever, it's overbet and then block and then
2/3.
I wrote it here 9-10 off and river. It's actually block. So this was the hand actually the hand I really I didn't like by me when I looked it up after because but in reality when I play there when I sit there in reality what is he gonna I had the 10 of clubs there was actually 1% that did the overbet on turn with the 10-9 exactly with the club and then jams the river. So there was a little part and the only jam on the river the only not jam then 75 on river was with the 10 of clubs and also with the 9 of clubs but the 10 of hearts to probably king 10 of hearts right to block the king 10 of hearts.
I personally
floats the flop.
Don't really care about any of that shit. I just think it's really hard for him to call.
Exactly.
Overall, like when you have the 10 of clubs, I just think that they don't have that many calls. I just think they, even if they had like queen jack here, I just think they hate their lives because when we overbet the turn.
Tell me another bluff.
Yeah, no, I think this is good. On the turn, like they call a very big bet, which makes me kind of like not like I don't like when people call overbets. They're generally very very filtered on the river. But at the same time, like they can have stuff like queen jack. I mean, honestly, if they had ace 7 and the river was if they had ace 7 of spades, if they had ace 7 of spades or the river is a 3 of hearts, I wouldn't like bluffing this for all in. I'd probably block.
Yeah, whatever. Let's say you have the 10 of hearts.
Yeah,
just whatever. It's the same.
Yeah. I think that they'd probably like population would probably find folds here, way more than they're supposed to. Anyway,
I think.
I'm going with no punt, which means you're 2-1 up, but we've got 2 hands to go. So, how are you feeling? A chance?
I think it's very good. It's very good. We're gonna make this.
We gotta make this. All right, hand 4. Here we go. Okay, we are back for hand 4, and Raph is winning 2-1 after that controversial win in hand number 3, but he's got it. And we're blind versus blind again, and this is 200, so we're not hugely deep. We are 150. I know Evil Smile. I think Evil Smile was playing when Beam was playing 500 now, so I know they're a reg. So we'll keep that in mind as we go to. Okay. So you can do either or here. I guess you can 4-bet and I guess you can call. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's both ways. I think. So I'm just calling this timer.
Yeah. Seems good. We flop top pair. Yeah, probably going to be doing a lot of calling against this player in particular as we go through this hand. Can't think of any reason to do anything but check call this flop. I assume you agree.
Yes, only call I would say.
So here on this turn, I expect them to use large bets. It's just...
Why?
Well, this kind of board texture, I just expect them to use like very large bets. I could be wrong. Blind versus blind, it's a little bit different, but like definitely in other positions, this is a classic like overbetty kind of board.
Yeah, you're completely right. I just trying to educate the audience.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of board is a little bit overbetty. It's not really educational, but yeah, it's just a board where they just have lots of very, very good hands. You didn't 4-bet pre-flop, so you don't have like the aces, kings. Like the ranges, even though they're blind versus blind, they're filtered enough for you to be struggling here versus large bets, and their range is definitely doing better.
I don't have eights.
Yeah,
etc.
You have eights. Oh, you don't have eights because they bet the flop, you probably just fold. I mean, eights of the club maybe, but yeah, I mean, you're right.
Maybe with a club, I don't know.
Yeah, and we may do like we're probably going to have to do a lot of check calling on a flop, even with stuff like nines, just because we're so fucked on like many turns. Like we maybe just don't play raises. Who knows?
Exactly.
If we did, we'd want to use like jack.
But also 150 deeper, so I don't know exactly, but you know.
Yeah. 6 of clubs. Check. Well, I guess it's going in.
Yeah. So we're sitting here.
We are sitting here. That's true. So, whoa, Christ, this is a horrible spot. They definitely still jam kings, maybe even without a club. I think all sets are still fine to jam. Because when you call an overbet on the turn, you don't actually have that many flush draws. Because you can't really call out a position. Like if you had Jack 10 of clubs, like you probably have to check jam the turn. Maybe not, but like Queen Jack of clubs, you might consider check jamming the turn so that at least reduced. But then stuff like, 5-4 of clubs, you can't call turn. So I don't think he's
no, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think he's that worried about flushes.
But is he how is he playing his flush? How many flushes does he have here?
Probably a good amount, because he's going to 3-bet like 8-7 suited, 5-4 suited. Can he have King X of clubs? Probably not, but certainly 8-7 of clubs he would definitely bet turn. 10-8 of clubs, be 3-betting that.
So my Jack of clubs is relevant.
I would say it's relevant, but also does it not block bluffs? Like if he has maybe something like
not with ace, sorry.
Yeah, no, definitely not with your hand, but like something like Queen Jack offsuit. Is that 3-betting? Does this block bluffs? Maybe not. This is an interesting card to hold. I mean, the ace is whatever. Exactly. I think you do block value with the ace because I think he shoves aces for sure. Yeah. I think he shoves. Does he shove ace king? I mean, maybe a set is the line here. I think
I was thinking he has to go. He has to jam here with ace king, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because he can't only have aces and kings and nines. Like he has to just. He has to, because I'm gonna call with worse or some bluff catch with worse. Like then he can also have more bluffs, and the better he is, and he's a pretty good player, I would say.
Yeah, he is a very good player.
So
I don't know about this jack. I think the Jack of Clubs is one of those classic spots. It's good and it's good and it's bad.
Exactly. So it's maybe neutral or whatever.
In reality, what like bluffs does he have?
Exactly.
I don't really know. Like he's gonna want to have, he's probably gonna want to have a club, probably. Like because if you got here with like Queen Jack off without a club, it's just so punty. Like I think to overbet the turn, you need that club.
Think about the 10 Jack that has the spade, for example, and then the open ended on turn.
Yeah, he can also have like 10-7 off that 3-bets. I don't think I would call here, but I can see
maybe the bluffs are too few.
I can see why you have called, but like if we're sat here thinking what is he bluffing, and we're like, okay, maybe like Queen Jack, but does that 3-bet? We have a jack. Like, some of his pre-flop bluffs get there, like 10-7. Could he have, like, jack 7 offsuit, which I think is sometimes a 3-bet? We have a jack. Like, maybe he'd want to have that. I'm not sure. I just think in practice, he just so many, like, he's got pocket 9s. He probably range bet flop. He's probably got pocket 8s as well. Kings, ace, king, aces, flushes, for sure. He has all of those. I just think that there's not enough.
It was a super hard spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think there's enough like that's springing to mind. My feeling is there's not going to be enough bluffs here, but this is a very good reg, so I sympathize with the call, but I am going to go with punt. Do you think that's fair?
I think it's fair also. I mean, I think it's too. I can't be calling down with every ace. Like, I don't quite like it. And also, we're a bit deep. You see, I'm calling 100 big blind on this river. He can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Play pretty perfectly, and then I'm just guessing. This is just a guessing game.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just guessing here.
I agree with you. Yeah,
I don't have. I just started to list bluffs. I don't remember exactly which, but I was thinking of bluffs, and then I looked. He's capable, and then I was thinking wrongly with the jack of clubs and pressed call, but. I think it's too hard because I also put so much time in it, so it's pretty clear that it's not an obvious call, right? By any means.
I wouldn't say it's overbluffed. That would be one I would be happy with. I think that there's enough. This player is going to shove ace king. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with punt. Punt. Let's see if we win the pot though.
Boom.
Wow! Holy!
I looked it up before we did this recording here, and his line is exactly pure with 7-6 suited. Everything he did.
I mean, I'm not surprised he's a god.
Blind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a god. He just did it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Exactly 150. It was exactly the same.
Yeah.
It was like he was sitting with RTA.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's just...
And I'm thinking he didn't have like jack or queen or jack.
Yeah.
He's like indifferent. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, when I said I think he's got to want to have a club, maybe that's just not true. But like, would he overbet the turn with like 8-7 of spades? I don't know. Maybe this is just like one of the few bluffs he has, and then he has loads of value. I don't know. But like, he's probably going to be playing. What did your hand do? Out of curiosity, in theory.
Sorry.
On the river.
Ace jack. So let's see. Actually, I have it. Yeah. So flop pure call. See.
Yeah, turn pure call for sure.
Yes, the river. We call with 20% of the time.
Okay.
In GTO land here, so exactly my combo, exactly this combo. The ace jack is a fold. It's a pure fold actually.
Okay,
I mean, why? I don't know.
That makes sense. I mean,
but ace of diamond and jack of spades, you call like 70% of the time, like 67%.
Yeah. So that means that in theory land, which this guy is probably quite at home in, this jack of clubs is more negative than positive.
Exactly. So if I had the spade instead, I could probably pure call that if I knew this, of course.
Yeah. Is he bluffing like jack 7 off? Like, just out of curiosity, has he got like jack 7 off suit with the jack of clubs here?
I don't have that
solution
here of his range.
That's fine. I think that he's probably got that somewhere. Like, this is well played by both, I think, but I'm gonna go. I already went with punt, so I can't change my mind anyway. If I want to do it, I don't want to change my mind. We are 2-2. Pete Clark recently said this show's rigged. Everyone ends up with 2-2, and we go to the final hand. It's really? Not. It's not rigged.
I swear to God.
I swear to God, guys, it's not rigged. But we are going into hand 5 in the way that everyone loves, and it's going to be 2-2. Raph, we are going to get in hand number 5. I know that you wanted this specifically to be last, so I'm looking forward to it. Are you ready?
It's going to be very exciting. Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, hand number 5 is 2-2 and totally not rigged, and we are going into a hand at GG 200 NL, and we're on the button with... Oh, this guy's got $2,000 in front of him. We're going into a hand where we're probably going to do some mostly 3-betting here, and I imagine Raph will do that. You could argue for a slightly bigger size this deep, but I think this is whatever. And they go for the 4-bet. They're making it 24 big blinds, which is pretty hefty. We're just going to call here all the time, Raph.
Yes, I'm not going to 5-bet here.
No. A-side board. Pretty good.
We have a pair.
Yeah. These positions, like, we're pretty happy. Like, if this was under the gun button, I'd be like starting to feel, I'd be starting to feel very ace kingy if we see lots of barrel offs here. Definitely only calling on the flop.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. King on the turn. So we did start this hand 200 big blinds deep, didn't we? Yeah. And they
200 big blinds effective, yes.
And they check. So definitely a case to be made for both betting and checking here.
Yeah, I think both are fine. I was playing a bit versus the player here also.
Mm-hmm. So what do you know about the player for reference?
I had played 5 or 6 hands versus him. This is on Russian Cash on GG, so it's like Zoom. He was sitting with $2,000 on both tables, so he had a pretty fine evening. And I don't think you get $2,000 by just not playing poker.
Sure.
So I just wanted to do a bit of pot controlling and a bit see what he does, because it looks like he's not gonna give up easy and just he's gonna put pressure. So I was already in guard mode.
Yeah. Okay.
So I took the more passive line.
We go for the check, which I think is definitely fine. If we were going to bet, it would probably be. Would we probably use like something like half pot? I'm not really sure. And then checking back river or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
10 of diamonds, and they
checks again.
Check. We have 2x pot back, and I think we just have a value bet. Yeah, I think we just have a value bet, like 2/3 pot. I don't see why. I'm not going to bet smaller than that. Our hand's definitely not worth more than that, but they're definitely going to have stuff like ace, jack, king, queen, and your Raph Darko. Like, you can have bluffs. So I'm probably just going to bet 2/3 pot. What do you think?
I think exactly what you said. I'm not going to bet smaller. I'm not going to overbet. I'm not going to go all in. I'm just 2/3 pots with ace queen. And checking back is too nitty.
Yeah, I
go
agree.
For, what is it?
Yeah, 2/3 pot.
Yeah,
70%. And I imagine they're going all in for $1,800.
Of course.
Aye. Okay. Why don't you talk us through what you think when you see this? Like, obviously, when we bet the river, we're like, okay, they might jam. Like, what are we gonna do, kind of thing.
I can't tell you. I remember this hand vividly, so I know I can't, because I would just spoil it.
Okay.
But I just talk a bit of what are his strongest hands here? Does he have aces and kings? Still ace king, in your opinion?
I think that. I think they probably do have. Aces is tough, man, because like they basically like, this is not like a typical board to slow play aces on. Like if it was like ace 8 deuce king 8, then definitely I can see them having aces, and therefore our ace would be like amazing. I don't know that they slow play aces on this board, but maybe they do. Is it worth check jam versus 2/3 pot aces here? Probably. Because, like, maybe we would do something differently at some point with Queen Jack. Like, can we even call the flop with Queen Jack? Do we even have any Queen Jack? Queen Jack of spades specifically.
And then he needs to start to get worse to call down also. Yeah. On A6 when he has 3 aces.
Yeah.
What? I have King 10. That's praying that he doesn't have, I block kings. I block ace king.
Yeah. So in terms of bluff for him, I think his most likely bluff is going to be king queen or king jack.
Probably
something like that. Because
do you think he turns an ace, a low ace, like ace 4 into bluff, or he only calls river if he takes his line?
I think ace. I think I'd rather fold than call with ace 4. But I don't think ace 4 has like.
I'm just trying to think outside the box.
Yeah. I don't think the ace 4 has enough like going for it to be a bluff, but I might be wrong. I think the most likely thing that you're going to see. I don't think that people really check this turn with Queen Jack. I don't think they check the turn with Queen Jack. Personally, I think when because they can't check call. But they can get a lot of folds because they only bet smaller flops. So I don't think they have Queen Jack. And this shove is basically saying, I have Queen Jack.
And Queen Jack of Spades is going to continue on turn. Come on, man. He's sitting on 1,000 big blinds on 2 tables. He's battling. Is he going to give up Queen Jack of Spades on turn?
No.
So what is left then? The Queen Jack of Diamonds he can have only. I have the Queen of Clubs. So then it's one combo.
He also 4-bet really big, which is not really Queen Jack. Like,
exactly,
well, not I mean, not that you would use the same size as everything, but like people don't really 4-bet Queen Jack, although I think it's probably okay in these positions, but like it seems pretty insane. Like I think Queen Jack is super unlikely. No,
don't you think Ace 10 leads river at least?
I think that, well, it might, if it didn't lead river, it would definitely not check jam.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So his check jams then become maybe aces. I think that the queen, I think in people's heads, they're like, okay, I've got a queen. I think I'd be very surprised if this guy didn't have a queen or a jack in his hand. Very surprised. And the fact that we have the Queen of Clubs, I think, is really, really good, because I think his most likely turn checks consist of King, Queen of Hearts, King, Queen of Spades, King, Queen of Diamonds. And, you know, obviously we block King, Queen of Clubs, so he can't have that's check shoving. The board blocks that, so he having the Queen of Clubs is. But you understand what you understand? The Lord, you understand?
I understand. Yes.
The Queen of Clubs. Yeah, I'm just word vomiting. But the Queen of Clubs is good because the King, Queen of Clubs is not an option. Therefore, we unblock more bluffs. If we had Ace, Queen of Hearts, I think it would be a worse call, because I do think that people are mainly going to be bluffing King, Queen here, because when they check the turn, like, you know, King 10, they're not going to have really. King Jack, yes, that makes sense as well. I think those are going to be seeing a lot, because when they slow down the turn, maybe Ace Jack, but not Ace Queen. I think Ace Queen's just a check call on the river or value bet themselves. Ace Jack, maybe you could just call as
Kings?
Well. No, I think they just bet themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, Raph? I think that we are on the same page here. I don't think there's enough Queen Jack. I think we unblock bluffs really well, like human bluffs. You know, like Solver, whatever, is going to find some weird shit that's really good. But humans, I think, are going to bluff here with King, Queen, King Jack suited, and we do a good job of unblocking that. If they did slow play aces, we have an ace. If they did slow play Ace King, which is also possible, we have an ace. But I think that would probably check call, although I'm not sure. We do a really good job of repping Queen Jack.
Yeah.
So I think they'd be afraid of that. I think they're definitely going to have if they don't have a queen or a jack here, I'm going to be fucking shocked to my core. And I don't think they have stuff like Jack 10, because Jack 10, I think Jack 10 doesn't.
Oh, sorry for interrupting.
Well, it's fine.
And his line probably works super well against the bots that are just sitting here auto folding, and like they're just looking at the snap folding, whatever. Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm always beat. Yeah. But he's playing against the Lord. It's like,
does he not know?
You understand, guys? Yes. Like it's so first tell me the verdict so I can speak freely.
Yeah, no punt, no punt. You have one punt, no punt, Raph. You have one.
Yes.
Because I don't think that this is. You know, if I was on autopilot mode playing 3 tables, like, you know, effing and blinding everywhere, I would fold this hand. But I really don't think they rep enough here in this line when they check the turn. And it's a 4-bet pot. It's not a 3-bet pot. They're not really gonna have Queen Jack. They don't really have it, and they have to find really thin value jams that didn't also value bet river if this is going to be a punt. So I'm going with the call.
So I played this on stream, and I made a short about it. Yeah. And all that you're saying now, I said when I did the value bet here, $111.
Yeah.
I said, so we're gonna value bet here because I don't think and then he's gonna take King, Queen, King, Jack, and turn it into a bluff and pretend he has Ace, King, Kings, or the Queen, Jack. Yeah. I just know it. So he went all in. I was pressing F2s, which is my snap call, and I just snap called. So it was over in 2 seconds.
Okay.
So
well, let's hope you actually.
So it was snap called. It was snap called instantly.
Let's hope that you actually won. That'd be embarrassing. Imagine.
Queen Jack.
I honestly would be really surprised to see people find Queen Jack not only as a 4-bet, but then to check the turn. I really don't think it exists, and I really think that that's what they're saying they have.
And then the guy with 1,000 big blinds.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Are we the Lord, or are we not the Lord? We're the Lord.
The Lord. Who is the Lord? Things here. Pretend. I just know. Am I a lord or not? Who is the lord? Who is the lord? Who is the lord? Do you think your games works versus me? I played 3 hands against you. I already seen this. I see how you. I know. King, queen, king, jack, same hand.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this often, which means the queen of clubs is like the best card along with the ace. I would be surprised, apart from queen jack, if there was a better call than this for us and aces. Aces is good as well.
Because when you understand this thought process there that we talked about, when you see, it's just, you see like the cards on the walls, it's like you just understand everything. And you just snap calling it and you just expect king, queen, king, jack. It's the same hand.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. And then you go to bed and it's all perfect.
And then you lose $3,000 and it's not so perfect.
Exactly.
Well, that's it, mate. You have won. I really like this hand.
Yeah, it's very, very.
The snap call is extremely disrespectful, and I'm very much here for it.
Yeah. He commented on my short also. He
just doesn't understand that his value, like his value range, just doesn't play this way, and it doesn't exist.
Yeah, he threw me an egg. You know the animation on my screen, and he splashed because he's like, he thinks I'm up, like I have problems or something. Like, fish, how can you just snap call ace queen there?
Yeah.
Like you don't fold an ace. 200 big blinds, like.
You're in his head.
It's all planned. It's all planned.
Yeah, you set him up nicely there.
It's okay.
Awesome, man. Well, let's wrap up what we've seen today in a little outro. But you have won 3-2. Let's go and talk about it. Okay, guys, that was Punt or No Punt with Raph Darko. Raph, you've won 3-2. How's it feel?
Yes, I made it.
Highlight of your career? You did well. You deserved it.
Yeah, almost.
I mean, there was the 10-9. Maybe that could have gone against you potentially.
Yeah, but I thought that the 10-9 was gonna be maybe the comments are gonna like, but in GTO you see that it's never like whatever. But in reality, maybe it's good. So actually, when I talked about the hand with you, I changed my mind about it.
Well, I don't give a fuck what the solver says.
Exactly.
And also, I'm the one scoring. It's not GTO Wizard scoring. It's me.
Exactly. So and then the ace jack, I thought was better than it actually was.
Yeah.
So that's, I agree, it's a punt.
Yeah.
And the 9-10 off, I agree, is not a punt. So
yeah.
I think it's all fair.
It's a fair result. You have won. And yeah, it was an absolute honor to have you on, mate. I've been waiting for this for a while and you didn't disappoint. So thank you very much.
It was an honor to be here, of course. Thanks so much for letting me be here.
Yeah. And guys, make sure you do check out Raph Darko's links below. I thoroughly recommend that you check him out on YouTube and on Twitch whenever he's available. And yeah, Raph, just thanks again for coming on. And maybe we'll do another one again in the future.
Thank you, my man.
And you can bring some of your very special super punts.
My latest
We can do
hands.
punt or omega punt. With Raph Darko, because I've seen some I know there's a few things that people might be thinking, oh Raph, you've got this thing you did, which is that some of them would have been very boring, guys, because some of them are him putting in 200 big blinds with like a jack high for like exactly. So you know there's that would have been boring for punt no punt, because I'd have gone obviously this is a punt. So I like what you've chosen, and maybe if you guys are interested in seeing some of Raph's more special moments, then let us know in the comments down below. But yeah, thanks a lot, dude, and looking forward to seeing your career move forward, and thoroughly deserve everything, all the success that's coming your way. So
thanks so
much. Well done, lad. Thanks everyone for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.